It is just gone 12 midnight in New York. It is 12 noon in Beijing. It is 6 a.m. in Kiev, the capital of Ukraine. It is 7 a.m. in Moscow, the capital city of Russia. It has just gone 6 a.m. in Babane in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Kusile Breakfast Show. We are coming to you live from our Hospital Hill studios in Babane. It is Tuesday, the 26th of April 2021. It is day number 116. Kusele malanga lang 249 bongo supheleke lo sethu umnyaka sisevikini le17 ngolwesibili we17 walomnyaka wa 2022. I am Linton Kule. Many thanks for joining us.
Yeah, kunjalo Kule. Good morning sanibusela babukeli. Sembo uphilile nawe Kule sibuya ku long weekend. Yeah, phumulile.
Yeah.
Siphumulile sinibusela sinamukele namhla ekseni sesema sinivuka kahle singakho ukuthi nivuke nathi namuhla awusevele seyiphelile I long weekend sesibuyela khona emsebenzini kanti ke nangabe ujake emsebenzini ungakhathateki ungakhona kubukela hlele ku Sleep Breakfast Show khona ka YouTube. Ibito lami ngolungelele Makakula kulesikhathi sitawubukana ngombiko lusuka itiko letempilo. Langenda itolo kuhlele abantu labangu 248 kutholakala ukuthi laba imfica banemkhuhlane iCovid-19 kanti kutekela basishile itolo emhlabeni labasesibhedlela labelashwa kubasikhombisa bese kuthi lasebaluleme dinombolo letinsha dikhomba ukuthi bangemashumi lamabili nesihlanu kanti active cases wona angemashumi la imfica namathathu 93 bese kuthi solo wabhotokela umkhuhlane lasebawutholile bangu 70,303 kanti sabashiya emhlabeni bangu 1,397.
Kanti ke bongosi siyaqhubeka siyagoma kucela wena maswati kusagome agomele yona iCovid-19 njengoba sayiva imibiko ukuthi betempilo basedwayisa nge5th wave njengoba lapha the city of Shanghai even lase China baku lockdown lokusikhuluma manje enza bathi ayenyuka ke ma cases kazi lapha eAfrica live lase Kenya edolobheni lena Nairobi likhala sive sakhona sikhala ke smartphones ngenza baye kuswelakala kwemandi bathi ke lokhu bangala kumthelela ukucela kwesimo selitulu and old water facilities kuthiwa ke bomake nemantombazane sokhanza ukuthi sebacinzeteleka ngetindlela letahlukene kufaka ikhathi ekutheneni bahlukubeteke kwelicansi kuze kusebata uthola nje emandi kusibabane bahambe bakhona kunatha bahambe bakhona kugeza kepha ke uhulumende wakhona eKenya uthi inzaba lena lekade ayisebenta kulesa sona simo esimenje obasimo basesimatima kakhulu edolobheni leNairobi ngenzaba yemandi
asike embukeli diningi vele tinkinga letikhungethe sifunza seAfrica njoba nalapha eveni laseCongo inhlangano WHO seyimemetele ukuthi sekubhethuke esifo seEbola fever njoba nje bathi babike ukuthi kushone invota lengemashumi lamathathu nakunye ngemhla ka20 kulempela sonto WHO yaveta ukuthi lemvota lena yaba netimpawu kodwa yangakhoni kwelashwa yaba netimpawu mhla ka5 April yaba netimpawu liviki lonke yangakhoni kuya esibhedlela kanti ke nase esibhedlela emva ke amaviki lamabili ibhese yashiya emhlabeni WHO memetele ukuthi babhekene nalesifo kanti lendvota lena ithinzane nabamfla abanengi hlangane nabamfla abanengi kodwa bazitama konke lokusemandleni kwena siqiniseko sokuthi abantu bayaphepha kulomkhuhlane kule Ebola fever kanjalo ke batawuthola nema vaccinations.
Kanti ke emhlabeni wonke bongosi congratulatory messages are pouring in for French President Emmanuel Macron lazela ukuthi kuyalinqoba elikhetho lamengamele aqhumbe phansi Marine Le Pen kanti ke lobukeke inhlangano yala eAfrican Union Macky Sall president wase Senegal umdumseleke washo ukuthi iAfrica ijabula kakhulu ngokuthi ke aqhubeke abe ngumengameli sithathubuka nje vele bongosi leto letendekako emhlabeni wonke ejikelele namhla ekseni njoba na Secretary General wa United Nations ulapha edolobheni laseMoscow uyakhuluma na President Vladimir Putin ukuthi ke ababeke dikhal phansi kulempilo echubekako emkhathini welive le Russia ne Ukraine ke uyasuka khona eMoscow uyangena eKiev ayokhulumisana na President Zelensky uzama nje ukuqinisa lama diplomatic channels ukuthi bakhulumisane kuze kusilembi itawuphela lese display sebantu labafika ku 50 million ema refugees angenile eUS angena nakulamanye amave emhlaba bo UK bayocela nje sibakhosele njoba bayabulawa abantu lapha eveni lalapha eUkraine babulawa ke ngamasoja elive le Russia sathibuka nje le toilet trendako nanata ka Twitter na to kusike mina ngimadu kahle lo tweet
Sadibuka kabanti leto kubika ukuthi sababhizinisi lomkhulu lonemali kakhulu is a trillion in but he's worth around 4 trillion US dollars yes kubika ukuthi uthenge iTwitter nga 44 billion US dollars
yilo lokusebenza njani
social media so in social media nje yakuphosafana na Facebook phosafana Facebook yeah
ngafuna songibhalisa
Sadibuka kabanti leto mbukeli nasibahlela emakethe nasibesa sichubeka nehlelo
Sehlelo lethi lithini libandla siyambonga uNkulunkulu uhlelo liphindze libuyele emoyeni.
Basically ngingathi nje empeleni yabona uNkulunkulu nakadala umhlaba including bantu
leti khathi leti tethenjisiwe mofundzi incwadi yaJohn chapter 16 verse number 33.
The way the gospel has been portrayed mayilethwa la kubantu yabo yende ukuthi abantu babe offended
Sikholwa futhi ukuthi sidaphinde siba nabo evikini lelitako sikhulumisa yona lendzaba lesikhuluma ngayo emsakatweni wakho Eswatini TV sibuko semaswati.
Ayijesuke kama lakho likhulu Jesuke
Better health, better life. Another season with fresh discussions.
Ngetindzaba letibalulekile tetempilo la ekhaya Eswatini lokunukelela ehlelweni nokuphila masangana.
To learn from our health professionals.
Psychosocial support group for mothers who are going through the journey of motherhood for all mothers.
Kumnandi phila ube intombi yakeni bebasiphisa ngesontweni ube jahala ke nabujaha and knowing that I'm a young man.
Angeke ufithe la groupini ungabhemi. So vele directly tawufuna nami ngibhemi kanti bengingakufuni lokubhema.
Coming to you every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. here on Eswatini TV. Better health, better life. Your gateway to a healthy living.
Mukula ngufusele ngomukele ndzabeni tekucala thalo mhla ekseni ehlelweni Kusile breakfast show bitelo lami ngilingithini kule. Umfundisi wetempilo ngenhlanganweni yakamhlaba etempilo ligatsha laseSwatini Dr. Kevin Magatsanga. Uthi ke njalo kusekucala busika kubheke ukuthi tichubeke nekukhula tinombolo tebantu labatholakala kusibane umkhuhlane iCovid-19. Dr. Magatsanga ucela ke Maswati ukuthi agcine yonke imigomo yokulwa nekuvikela lo mkhuhlane.
Tikhomba kukhula tinombolo tebantu abatfolakala nemkhuhlane iCovid-19 kulamala umfundisi wetempilo enhlanganweni yakamhlaba hlangene yetempilo Dr. Kevin Magatsanga uthi njengalokhu kusonzela busika abantu batawubanja imikhuhlane ngalokunjalo nalabatawutfolakala neCovid-19 nabo batawuba banyenti kulamanye emave sekunekwesaba ukuthi sekungenteka lo mkhuhlane acubuke kwesihlanu.
Let's anticipate actually a rise in cases as we are heading towards winter. But we still need to actually adhere to the personal measures that are proven to work. If you actually where there is high risk of transmission, you make sure that you wear your mask properly, you wash your hands, you also social distance. Those things, they are still important. And on top of that, also the issue of vaccination is still very, very important. Because as we might see that the COVID, yes, the cases are coming, but they are becoming a bit milder as compared to when we started with the first wave, the second wave, and the third wave. But still, you never know. You might get the COVID, and you might be the only person who gets the severe disease, and then end up getting complications. So let's continue to be vigilant. Let's continue to actually protect ourselves, even as we are heading towards winter. My message is that as we are heading towards winter, let's continue to protect ourselves. No one is safe until everyone is safe. No one is safe until COVID is no longer circulating. As long as it's circulating, we need to maintain actually that high level of vigilance and protect ourselves. And the most important thing is we need to get vaccinated so that even if we get the COVID, we'll get milder disease and then it won't actually end up with complications.
Kusukela ngemsombuluko evikini eliphelile kuthe kumsombuluko kuleli viki ibabe elikhulu nemashumi layimfica nakubili bani labatfolakele banomkhuhlane kuleli bese babili bashiya emhlabeni basitfupha labalashelwa wona tindzabeni Eswatini TV ubika Fortune Dlangamandla nginambonga Dube sisembabane.
Bangetulu kwemakhulu lamathathu namashumi lasihlanu abantu labanama leleveva lapha eSwatini kazike liningi labo ngemaswati lokho kuvakele ngemthuthukisi wetempilo lesibonakala ehlangothini lolubuka indzaba talesifo lapha eSwatini Kusile Nhlengethwa losike kube kuya ngabo ngabe letinombolo lo tiphansi kakhulu kunaloko Nhlengethwa uthi njengobe itolo bekatheke kulisuku lokamhlaba lekukhulumisa indzaba talesifo luhlangothi lwabo lubuke tinhlelo tekuqinisekisa ukuthi lesifo siyaphela lapha eSwatini eminyakeni lotako.
Njengobe namuhla kungumsombuluko umhlaba ugubha lusuku lapho kubukwa khona tindzaba tamaleveva livele eSwatini lithi lisetawubuka ukuthi yini lelingayishintsha kugucula simo salesifo lapha eveni. Lokhu kuvakele ngagabisile Nhlengethwa longumfundisi wetempilo ehlangothini lolubuke tindzaba talesifo lapha eveni lothi tinombolo tebantfu labanalo malaleveva tikhomba kuba setulu kunalokubhekekile.
Livela kangwane solo lisekuwo umgomo wekuthi lincobe malaleveva ngeminyaka wa 2023 so sisese kuwo nje umgomo siyagijima sithokophele khona ukuthi kube nga 2023 kube sekude umvulo oguliswa ngimalaleveva even kodwa ke tinombolo tefu tebamphula bana malaleveva bang 292 laba ma local cases na 103 laba ma imported cases.
Nhlengethwa uyaveta ukuthi yini live leselikufezile etindzabeni talesifo.
Imitholampilo yonke yala kangwane iyakhona kumtesta iphinze imelaphe malaleveva noma ungaya kumuphi umtholampilo lokhu bafike bakwende and then bamfuke labaguliswe ngimalaleveva siyabalandzelela bonke sibalandelele emakhaya labakhona khona siphinde sibahlole nasemimangweni labahlala khona ukuthi banayo imalaleveva. Lokunye ke ukuthi kufutha kwethu cishe kuyenyuka kule minyaka kuya ngekwenyuka sesicishe nje sitifutha tonke tindzawo letinayo imalaleveva nebantfu ke bayasibambisa emangweni bayavuma ukuthi sibafuthele.
Kulolu suku lwanamuhla Mhlabhlangene uthi emave akaphangise indzaba yekusebenzisa tebuchwephesha kucedza sifo samalaleveva. Tindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Themkosi Mavimbela nginambonga Dube sisembabane.
Inkampani yalapha eveni lendake imisebenzi yabo Khongolo lebitwa ukuthi yi-Infracast seniketwe umsebenzi noma ke phecelezi tender letawubita ke imali lengetulo kwesigidi semalangeni 1.6 million emalangeni. Lo msebenzi lo nawe kufaka ke bokhongolo kujantshi wesitimela. Le nkampani yalapha ke eSwatini ishaye phansi inkampani yase7 eNingizimu Afrika nayo lebe yufuna lo msebenzi.
Inkampani yalapha eveni i-Infracast leyenda imisebenzi yabokhongolo seyithole lithuba lelikhulu lebhizinisi lapho lithole umsebenzi lotawubita imali lengetulu kwa 1.6 million emalangeni. Lo msebenzi lona wekwakha bokhongolo labasebenziswa kujantshi wesitimela concrete sleepers. Njengobe lo msebenzi uhambisana nabojantshi lethenda yekwenda ikhishwe yinkampani yabo loliwe yeSwatini Railways ngenkampani yahulumende lelawula kutsengiswa noma ke kutsenga kwempahla yembuso yeSwatini Public Procurement Regulatory Authority. I-Infracast beyichudzelene netinkampani letahlukene letifaka ekhatsi leyo yaseveni leNingizimu Afrika lebitwa ngekuthi yi-Colossal Concrete Products. Le nkampani lena yaseveni labomakhelwane beyithi ingenda lo msebenzi lona ngemali lengetulu kwa 2.4 million wemalangeni. I-Infracast ihambe embili nga-79.6% ekukhankaseleni lo msebenzi kanti ilandzele ngule nkampani yaseveni labomakhelwane nga-75.68%. Njengobe lokuchitselana sekukulesigaba lesi, tinkampani letifise kuphikisa lesinqumo sekuthi lo msebenzi uniketwe i-Infracast tinemalanga lalishumi kutsi tiphikise. Lamanye ematfuba ebhizinisi lavulekile latawuvaleka kuleli viki afaka ekhatsi kwakhiwa kwendzawo yekukala umthwalo lowetfwelwe titimela eMbaka, kanti namuhla kungumsombuluko lilanga lekugcina lekufaka ticelo tekwenta lona msebenzi. Lomunye umsebenzi wekutsengisela inkampani yahulumende yetekulima i-National Maize Corporation tintfo tekulima farming implements. Kufaka ticelo taloku kuvalwa ngalesitsatfu mhla tingemashumi 27, kanti ngalesine kutawuvalwa ticelo tetinkampani letifuna kutsengisela i-Nature timoto. Tindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Themkosi Mavimbela, titfombe nguMbongwa Dube eMbabane.
Kwenteke inhlekelele yengoti emgaqweni iThabantu Highway lapha ngasenhlambeni. Lengoti bekasayifaka ekhatsi ke timotolo letintsatfu lebeku ngema Honda Fit lamabili ne Mercedes Viana. Timbili tale timotolo tisheta ngconca kwasi ke yinye yalimala ngembili. Nakuhlanganiswa ke lo mbiko bekusashone munye umuntu. Noma ke bekusashone bantfu lababili kule ngoti.
Labanye bantfu basenhlambeni basele bashwaphenela ugogo kulandzela ukuthi kube nengoti leyendekako ngemsombuluko emini yasekuseni. Takhamuti letibone lengoti yendeka noko letingakafisi kuvela kumabonakudze titsi tibone imoto yehlobo lwe-Honda Fit izama kungena enhlambeni ichamuka ngaseNgwane Park. Itsite isangena kwachamuka i-Mercedes-Benz Viano yazama kuyenca isangena ngasekudla kanti ngulapho titawuse tishayisana khona. Yachubeka yona le Viano yayoshayisa lenye i-Honda Fit lebeyichamuka ngasenhlangano. Lokube sekuyendeka lapho ukuthi kusuke lilangabi kwaba khona labakhishwa sive etimotweni labanye balimala. Umchumanisi wesive nemaphoyisa Superintendent Pindile Vilakati uyachaza ngale ngoti.
I-Honda Fit ke bene bantfu labane ekhatsi lokufaka ekhatsi umshayeli kani ku-Mercedes bekungumshayeli yedvana. Kule Honda Fit ke bamikiswe esibhedlela bobane labo bantfu lababili babo bafike ba-confirm udokotela ukuthi bashiyile emhlabeni lokufaka ekhatsi yena umshayeli. Kani ke umshayeli we-Mercedes usalashwa, siyathemba ukuthi utawuba ngcono. Sachubeka ke nalolu phenyo kubona ukuthi ngabe ingoti ibangwe yini.
Nakuhlanganiswa lo mbiko beticimamlilo bese batisusile timoto emgaqweni bathele nemhlabathi kuvikela ukuthi kungasheleli kudaleke letinye tingoti njengobe kuchitheke oyili ekhatsi emgaqweni. Tindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Themkosi Mavimbela nginambongwa Dube enhlambeni.
Libandla lemakhatholika liyachubeka nakulomnyaka ngemkhankaso walo wekubhadalela ke bantfwana besikolo labangenayo imali yesikolo. Umchumanisi wesive kanye naleli bandla umfundisi Ncamiso Shabanga usike esikhatsini lesinyenti kusitekela ke bantfwana labengcako ekhulwini.
Libandla lemakatoliki kuleli i-Roman Catholic Church ngalesibili litawucala kuhlunga abantwana besikolo labahlubulile labatawutfola usito lekubhadalela imali yekufundza. Lokhuluma leli bandla umfundisi Ncamiso Vilakati uthi labantwana batawubhadalelwa lihhovisi lembishop waleli bandla lapho lisuke litfola imali enhlanganweni yaleli bandla i-parish characters. Labo labatawutfola usito lemali batawuhlungwa ngemagasha leli bandla la17 velonke.
Kungenteka engcenye utawuthi umbishop athi asithole 10 webantu eparishini. Lokusho ukuthi kungenteka ngiyabekisa lapho. Ukhaze ukuthi bataba 10 lokusho ukuthi bangaba 170 bantwana labatfolakalako lesibasitako. Noma futhi siyayithi reach out to the deaf community. Nabo futhi kungenteka ukuthi sibathole nalapho asathi le nombolo kanyalo ukuthi imali ibhasari. ngumbhishobhi usita abantwana. Lama interviews akendiwa nje ukuthi wena uta ehhovisi kaManzini. Kodwa iparish noma imission njengasi nje eGood Shepherd sine sitawusebenzisa ukuthi siye la emakhaya sibabone labo bantwana laba ngaba maybe 10 noma 11 kuta depend ukuthi unaba labantwana lesibabona ukuthi ne kulesigodi sethu kwekuthi bangathola le basari embishop. Lama healthcare or laba le home based care yethu batasitshela lesimo kwekuthi yathi kulomntwana lo lesifuna kumsida yemfundisi akudzingeki just le mali yasesikolweni nje kuphela kutawudzingeka nemasuphu ekwekuthi badle labantwana nakabuya esikolweni or something. So ke kungako singasho ukuthi yathi angeke sibe precise lokuthi ulona kutaba 100% kulabanye kungaba 60% kulabanye kube 70%. So kulabanye futhi kube 100% depending on the situation lesitholile lapho kulama home based care visitors ethu. The process lesithi sifuna kuyenda nayithethe 2 weeks utaba amtse kakhulu.
Lo mfunzathi utawutfola nabafunzi labangasiwe emalunga lelibandla lemetama lelibandla lemakatolika ukuthi wonke umntwana afinyelele emfundweni ihambisana ncamashi leligoli lesini lentuthuko lokhonsako lelithi wonke emhlabeni akathola imfundo lengiyo. Tindzabeni Eswatini TV kubika Fortune Dlangamandla isembabane.
Salo esakhiwo ke seldamu lela khiwako enzaweni yasesinyamandulo Themba Nyawo. Usike kwakhiwa kwaledamu kulendzawo kuyinto leba yithokotelako kakhulu njoba imfuyo yabo beyide lapho ingathola khona imande kunatha kanti ke nencenye yesive kulendzawo iyawasokolela imande ekudla.
Esinyamandulo ngaphansi kwenkundla yaselibulini sihlalo wesakhiwo seldamu Themba Nyawo ubonga uhulumende ngekubakhela ledamu kulendzawo. Nyawo uthi indzawo yasesinyamandulo yindzawo leweswele emandi kuba khona kwelidamu kutothuthukisa lo mmango.
Kuye kubede lendzawo ukuthi tinathaphi ngoba ngikhumbula nje lobe kunesomiso tingomo betinatha engovuma tinatha emhlathuti. Seke manje sacela lokuthi mhlawumbe singathola leli damu sitawukhona lokuthi kumbe singaphumula ngoba lendzawo yalapha inkulu lapha nje kusuka la sikhona khona kubheka letinkomo tinathe engovuma kwedlule elibuleni la tinatha khona futhi lokunye lebe sikujabulela ngoba bathena mabale ngento ekaphele kahle leli damu batawukhona nokuthi la ngentansi kwaleli damu basivulele sitokhona ukuthi iphilisa silime leto tingatsi.
Emkhosini webugano esigodlweni ebuhleni indlovukazi Mhlekazi yaveta ukuthi kuba nemadamu velonke kungasita kucedza indlala eveni njengoba eMaswati sekangabe anawo emandi ekulima. Umbiko uhlanganiswe ngithembelihle Magutshwa, Tithombe ngithemba Shabangu esinyamandulwa.
Kodwa imidlalo mengamelo enhlangano lengameleko umdlalo wesibhakela lapha eSwatini websalkhela uthi-ke kuthola imendlela letisithupha letholeke likheselo lesive emidlalweni yemazweni 4 libekaje ibanje 11 laseMozambique kuyinkomba yokuthi lo mdlalo uyakhula ngezinga lesetulu kuleli lukhele uthi-ke sekunetinhlelo labatati icala kude ukuthi live lichubeke nekuthola imendlela ebedlalweni yangaphandle.
Inhlangano engamele kudlalisa umdlalo wesibhakela lapha eveni yamikisa abadlali abayimfica ukuthi bangenele imidlalo emazoni 4 ebeyibanjelwe eveni laseMozambique. Kule midlalo live lathola imidlalo letisithupha lapho khona letimbili delisiliva kanzi letine delithusi. Websalkhela longumengameli lenhlangano emidlalo wesibhakela lapha eveni uthi kucala kuthola ukuthi imendlela kubadlali belikhetho lesive kuyinkomba ukuthi lo mdlalo uyathuthuka lapha eveni.
Lengingakusho nje ngiyajabula kakhulu iperformance yemabhoxer ethu lebeka eMozambique kakhulu badlale kahle nje impela because uma ubuka lokho silamavele bezidlala nawo mavele bekavele adlala usho le covid ikhona ngalokuthi temnotho tabo tingcono badlala le boxing balandzela lama regulations ane covid. Ngisho nje ukuthi ngihalisa kakhulu lebakwendile eMozambique kakhulu ngiyalibona ke likusasa kakhulu ka boxing eSwatini lokho sesicalile ukuthi siphume singene etindzaweni le boxing ibiyele ebantwini lesifisile ke kwenda kakhulu because lokuhamba kwami ke eMozambique kunengi lapho kungivule khona nami ukhanza lamabox alamavila la good kakhulu mabox amakhulu angetulu but weight awashaya kancane nje uma ungabuka umdlalo wethu lebekadlala bengingathi udlala umuntu omdzala ngingayi but bekufike bese ringini so uyamangala ukuthi sidlala cishe kakhulu lengakusho ke le training nale diet kumbe lesiyisebenzisa kufanele sithole vele labona abanye labatasita ukuthi uwenda kanjani umtimba ukuthi ubukeke umkhulu noma ube nalama masela but weight yakho ingabe seyiba inkulu kakhulu kunengi nje lengufunzile khona le ekuhambeni ngiyacabanga ukuthi it was an advantage lokuhamba because bekunengi lebengiyobuka mina for the development of usibhakela eSwatini.
Kulabadlali Zoli Dlamini wathola imendlela yesiliva kanzi Thabiso Dlamini yena wathola lithosi. Labadlali ababili basemathubeni lamahle ukuthi bangenele imidlalo ema-Commonwealth Games alonyaka latawubanjwe 11 laseNgilandi edolobheni leBirmingham. Lobikela umsakazo eSwatini TV kutemidlalo ngilinda Dlamini ana Fabrice Msonera eMbabane.
Longiseleke livele ndiya kuleli laphinza besibonza senhlangano yemidlalo we-chess lapha eSwatini Ranga Venkataraman uthi ke noma ahamba eSwatini kepha ke utaqhubeka nekuhambisa imbili inhlelo letahlukahlukene letawenda ukuthi lo mdlalo uqhubeke ukhule kuleli kanti ke uthi utaqhubeka nekuqinisa ubudlelwane emkhathini wenhlangano ye-chess kuleli kanye naleyo yelive laseNdiya.
Venkataraman loncusele live leNdiya kuleli lophinze abe sibonza senhlangano yemidlalo we-chess lapha eveni udlale inzima lenkulu ekusiteni umdlalo we-chess ukuthi uthuthuke. Ekupheleni kwalenyanga kubheke ukuthi alishiye leSwatini ayomelela live lakhe kulelinye live. Venkataraman uthi utawuchubeka ende konke lokusemandleni akhe ukuthi athuthukise umdlalo we-chess lapha eveni aphinze ende isiqiniseko sekuthi budlelwane emkhathini wenhlangano ye-chess yakuleli kanye naleyo yaseNdiya buyachubeka.
But meanwhile, I will continue to stay in touch with them. I have already ensured that they have signed an MOU with the All India Chess Federation, who is going to continue, who is committed to help Eswatini Chess Federation to grow. And I, from India, in my personal role, will try to continue to stay in touch with them and help them in whatever way I can. And I wish them all the very best, and I wish the youth and the children of the country to learn and prosper and be one. Who knows, one day they can be also international chess masters. So that's my best wishes to them.
Venkataraman uphethe ngekubonga inhlangano yemidlalo we-chess yakuleli ngendlela letimisele ngayo emsebentini wayo wokuthuthukisa lo mdlalo. Tindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Themko Simavimbela umbiko uhlanganiswe nguFabrice Msonera eMbabane.
Ngosestati baba lapha kenza bade kucala telo mhla eksene senza vele umsakazo wakho ubukela umsakazo uThithombe eSwatini TV sehleleni kusile breakfast show sibathole emakethe usike sibuke isimo selitulu salomhla.
Kudla kwempilo, food for life. An agricultural program that shows how a farmer brings food to the nation.
Sine kudla kwayo letawuphindze kudle nasekufika isikhathi sebusika. Nalinile nje libele lana kuzone liyadwa imbela libele lahlanzeni. So lonke linale mvula le moderate yethu sine lahlanzeni.
Kudla kusemhlabathini, konke lesikudingako sikuthola emhlabathini.
Kudla kwempilo for agriculture and farming development on Eswatini TV with the farm boy Samgelo Vilagati Samvi. Kudla kwempilo, food for life.
ngosithela emalangeni ngosithela emalangeni chocolate noma mfoko ngitshithe ngithanda lapho ngicela kabusha nangilava bokos
awusafaka na 20 rand
kude manje ngathi
lokho ifuthethe ukusebenzisa uthi akhona uphila ubeke isinkwa etafuleni
mina sengimelele umngane wami bese sihamba sophanda
shemu mchacho maye mahle ebonile
ngafuna ukuthi le project ingawa ngikhona nami ngoba angisiyo umuntu othanda ukuthi info ingafa ngikhona isine life nesiyakiyo umuntu ngangemuntu kuyafuna at least abe nawo 3 ma skills in life.
Mina ngibonga kakhulu ngoba solo ngatsala ukusebenza lo msebenzi abadinga ngikusupport labantu.
Sinobukela hlelo Kusile Breakfast Show sikuvusele nawe losanza kusivelela kanti lesikhathi sizathi kubuka leto nje ethamba embili kulamanye emave nje basithi nje capcap masingena ehlelweni ukuthi baholi bomhlaba kanye nesive sase France solisihalalisela mengameli Macron ukuthi ulwinile lekhetho lokhetho alwamengameli tawungena ke kuthemu yakhe yesibili kanti ke kunebaholi ke labaningi labasola bamhalalisela la kufaka ikhathi leyo lebeka ngumengameli waseveni lase US Donald Trump sisibuke na video lana akhuluma khona Macron.
It's June of 2017 and France's newly elected president is out to send a strong message. Donald Trump has just withdrawn the US from the Paris Agreement and Emmanuel Macron takes on the role of climate leader.
We all share the same responsibility. Make our planet great again.
5 years later, and many say this is a responsibility he never took seriously.
Macron's track record has been disastrous, a half-baked job. When he talks about the climate crisis, he's mocking us, and that's dangerous, as it lets people think the problem is being handled.
So what went wrong? In 2018, with one eye on the Paris Agreement, Macron makes his first climate move, a fuel tax hike. The proposal is met with violent backlash, thousands taking to the street and marking the beginning of the Yellow Vest movement. The measure was eventually scrapped, but across the country, pressure is mounting on the government to put climate action first. In 2019, to regain credibility, President Macron launches the so-called Citizens' Convention for the Climate. 150 people chosen at random to create a roadmap towards France's target of a 40% emissions cut by 2030. 149 proposals were submitted, but only 10% make it to Parliament. Activists denouncing the government's lack of ambition. The second biggest polluter in the EU, France has failed to cut emissions in line with its neighbours. And in 2021, a French court convicted the state of failing to address the climate crisis and honour its commitments under the Paris Agreement. A historic ruling and a damning indictment of Macron's climate policy. Yet some analysts defend his climate record, including one former ministerial advisor.
The budget invested to combat climate chaos is at approximately the right level to meet our objective of reducing greenhouse gas emissions by 40% by 2030.
According to Macron's very own High Council for the Climate, France needs to be cutting emissions at double its current rate. Alarm bells are growing louder, and this time around Emmanuel Macron may find them harder to ignore.
The African Union ke uthumele umbiko ngasihlalo wayo President Kusile welive leSenegal uhalalisela yena President Macron lotholeke 58% emavoti aqhuma phansi Marine Le Pen uthole 41% lamavoti. Ikhetho laqala mhla ka10 April bekunema candidates like 12 baseke bayavota bahamba embili ababili bese ke babambana itulo ngalo sonto. President Macron analysts are saying he's facing a divided country. Njoba kweqala nga ukuthi wendile lo mlando so after 20 years kwagcina si president akhethwe anikedwe i second term ukwendile ke Macron lokho he's only 44 years of age. President Macron bathi ke live la France litsabu ke khathi so ufuna lokuse alihlanganise nanaye enkulumeni yakhe uchazile ukuthi he wants to unite the country, but how possible will that be?
President Emmanuel Macron and his supporters savored a hard-fought victory Sunday night, but many, starting with France's 44-year-old leader, knew it was just a reprieve.
I also know that many of our compatriots voted for me today, not to support the ideas I put forward, but to block those of the extreme right. I want to thank them and tell them that I am aware that this vote binds me for the years to come.
Conceding defeat, Macron's far-right rival, Marine Le Pen, was already looking ahead to the legislative vote, just 2 months away. On the far left, Jean-Luc Mélenchon of the France Unbowed party, who came a strong third in first-round voting, also hopes for parliamentary victory through a united leftist bloc. That could force Macron into governing with a prime minister from the opposition. Macron will also be challenged, selling unpopular second-term reforms like raising the retirement age without the massive protests that marked his first term. About 14 million voters didn't cast their ballots Sunday. Some who did said they didn't like either candidate.
As citizens, we have the impression that the presidential elections are stolen from us every time because they don't leave us with any choice. Either we vote far right or to another party.
In the second round, I voted for Marine Le Pen. I don't agree with all of her platform, but the problem with Macron is he's proved very authoritarian these past 5 years.
Many Western leaders, however, have greeted Macron's victory with relief. So have French who support a strong European Union.
He did a very good job for France having an important place in the world among Europe. And for France, he has to do more than he did for all difference and inegalities between people. I'm confident that he could improve and do and go further in his job he did till now.
Macron is now expected to appoint a new caretaker government until legislative elections, which will determine just how much of a mandate he has to govern over the next 5 years. Lisa Bryant for VOA News, Paris.
Nguyeke mengameli Macron njengoba kuvela lo ukuthi unemsebenzi omkhulu ebheksaweni manje le ngikuthatha kulolu khetho singeke ngalinaka lokhetho be state England nabakuvotela eParliament nalapha eFrance kude lokusile lodliwe bese sothina no lama results lawa akahambi kahle
bavele bamukele egole but kubuhlukulela kithi ama-Africans nesifuna kuphindze sisi senesiqiniseko sokuthi vele vela ngadotshwa yini kuleli khetho but laba nje basibona nje bushethe ukuthi bahalalisana futhi noma ngabe mhlawumbe abhlungu enhlitiyeni but nje labantwini ukhombisa kwangathi uyamjabulela lo muntu uyamjabulela
nalesikuba nale smooth transition ngiyakhumbula nje nakuphuma Obama eWhite House ngena President Trump wafika President Trump bakhombisana le White House White House njani angiboni ukuthi la kithi eAfrica
but where wasn't the case nakungena Biden yena Donald Trump walo kwaze kwane bamfula batelega kokugule kwalimala abantu because bayakhona ikumukela ukuthi udliwe
lo manje nje Marine Le Pen sithi sabatamfola ku parliamentary election ngaJune June 12 and 19 if I'm not mistaken bavotele emalungu eParliament bathi asimdleni le party yakhe ayidliwe le eParliament uyabona ukuthi nyalo sibabukele kunye sebakhohliwe
ngalokho and bengicabanga ukugwela ukuthi mhlambe bami base France bamkotele president because ngiyakhumbula this other time bebakhuluma ngendaba yeCovid wakhuluma kabi wakhuluma budlapha wasebenzisa inhlamba afuna kuphucelela abantu ukuthi bajove afuna kuphucelela abantu ukuthi bathi phephise kulomkhuhlane but nje still solona babamvotele it was a clear win
nalobudlelwane bakhe na President Putin ngilobele bengicaba manje mana athi naye uvumile Macron kutheni ngoba lapha nebamhla bangi3 munye uhambisana na Macron munye ungale kule party yaloma lo munye usekuthenini abafundi party le kuthiwa ni far right party ibe semandleni it's just like in South Africa before kube ne-EFF babakhona abantu bavotele ANC not because they are ANC members but bebangafuni ukuthi DA ibe power
power
not because it's the same thing like Macron some uzwe washo naye ukuthi unemsebenzi usasebende kamadima to ensure ukuthi naba labamkwatele labamvotele not because bayamthanza but abafuni le party leyo ukuthi be power
bese vele kuba nenkinga le Dal Catfan I know complex indzaba yelikhetho sichubeka nato indzaba letenda letihamba embili kulamanye emave kanti ke UK noma ke esifundza sase Europe WHO sometele ukuthi kubhedvuke isifo sehepatitis ebantwaneni labanenyanga yinye kuya ebantwaneni labaneminyaka leli-16 uyabeka ke WHO ukuthi bashiye umuntu munye emhlabeni sibhedvuka kakhulu ebantwaneni sifo ke lesi bathi yikuvuvuka kwesibindi iliver sasibuke nangumbiko nawo.
A mysterious hepatitis outbreak is sending kids to the hospital, killing at least one child, according to health officials. The majority of infections popping up in the UK, while here in the States, 2 have been recorded in North Carolina and another 9 in Alabama.
And the main reason the concern is high is because 1 is children and 2, the source is unknown.
Hepatitis refers to inflammation of the liver and can cause vomiting, abdominal pain, diarrhea, and a key indicator, jaundice. So far, the World Health Organization has tallied 169 cases among mostly healthy kids, 10% needing liver transplants. Experts say the overall number of hepatitis cases is relatively small, but the circumstances are unusual. Nearly half of the hepatitis patients tested positive for adenovirus, which is commonly linked with colds. Dr. Helena Gutierrez was one of the first people to notice the concerning trend in Alabama.
When the first case came up showing that it was adenovirus, we said, all right, this is odd. We routinely don't see it again in a healthy kid. So I think by the time we got the third, we said, wait, this is different.
The CDC is urging providers to be on the lookout for hepatitis in kids. And for parents,
not a time to panic, not a time to be overly concerned, but just keep an eye on your child. If you have any issues or any questions, simply talk to your doctor.
The unexplained outbreak compounding concerns amid the pandemic. Emily Ikeda, NBC News, New York.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.
I-outbreak ye-hepatitis bongosi base njoba muye umntana lo sashile emhlabeni i-outbreak lekhona emaveni acishe alinganiselwe ku-11 le ngisha kwetilwandle kanti ke kuthiwa kuna 169 cases that have been reported thus far base ke simo simatima kunebantwana badzinga liver transplant
sesimatima kakhulu ngicangile simo lesi singasibuka ukuthi silekhashana khumula ne-covid besithi hayi lekhashana kwashana ngeyifike la but nje sithemba ukuthi mhlambe betempile batawukhona noma wa-WHO batawukhona mhlambe kusicontainer lesimo khona e-Europe.
Kaze bongosi indzaba letinye leti hamba phambili nje emhlabeni wonke jikelele ngile indzaba yekuthengwa kwalo Twitter yeah
indzaba ya Twitter yes so babekile ke kuphuma ama reports kusukela itelo ukuthi Elon Musk who is worth trillions and trillions of US dollars so uthengeke i-social media company Twitter nga 44 billion US dollars asesibukela iclip.
Let's speak now to Loic Piela, who joins us from the United States. You're standing by for us in Los Angeles, in fact. Let's just say this deal doesn't come as a complete surprise, does it?
No, it's the end of a saga because, remember, April 4th, less than a month ago, Elon Musk said that he was going to buy 9% of the shares of Twitter. Then he was question of him becoming part of the board. He refused in the end because he would have been limited to 15% of the shares. And then a few days later, he announced that he was planning on buying the entire company, probably to make some changes that he couldn't have done with just 9 or 10% of the shares. So we were expecting this to happen, but the board had refused that offer just a few days ago. So apparently negotiations have evolved, have changed, and now we have this announcement. And I'm going to quote Elon Musk, if you may. He said that free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. That's what he explained to justify his purchase.
Yeah, and just quite interesting hearing some of the reaction, immediate reaction actually. One of the most famous users of Twitter, who of course isn't on Twitter anymore, is the former US President Donald Trump. A Fox News source, it's only one source, perhaps you've been hearing differently, but saying that nevertheless, despite this change of leadership and ownership, Donald Trump won't be coming back to the platform. What do you make of that?
Well, maybe he won't decide to do it, but maybe also Twitter will let him come back. That's the question. That it's really one of the biggest expectations with this purchase, because Elon Musk has been quite adamant on the fact that he was a free speech absolutist and that everyone should be able to speak on that town square, digital town square, as he describes Twitter. So we may expect at least Twitter giving the authorization to Donald Trump to come back on the platform. Maybe the ex-president won't accept that. This is very unlikely. Honestly, that's my personal view, because he's been using that platform quite a lot. It's been very useful, very helpful for his political career. Maybe, he also has his own platform now, Truth Social, but that doesn't work so well, doesn't reach that many people. So maybe he will decide in the end to come back to Twitter. But the real question is what Elon Musk plans to do with Twitter. Is he going to let those people who've been banned, Donald Trump is one of them, come back to the platform? That's something he's been insisting on during those talks, during the negotiations. So that's what we're expecting.
I think it's fair to say, isn't it, Louis, that not everyone will be very happy about this news. There'll be people saying, a change of ownership is perhaps something they're not comfortable with, given the broad range of users on the platform.
Yeah, again, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with the platform. Apparently, a lot of employees are thinking about leaving if Elon Musk takes control of the company, and if he takes the company where he seems to want to take it. We also see that a lot of conservatives are very happy with that purchase. The hashtag Bring Back Trump was one of the most popular, was one of the one trending this morning on Twitter when there was leaks about this announcement. So it's going to be interesting again to see how Twitter and in this polarized America is going to react. And again, you're right. Lots of people are not necessarily going to be happy with this. The fact that Elon Musk says that there's too much moderation on the platform is scaring a lot of people. People are afraid of misinformation. Is he going to let the misinformation spread on the platform by just accepting everything that can be said on the platform? That's, again, plenty of questions. Basically, we know now that he's going to buy this company for $54.20 per share, but what is he going to do with it? Still interrogations about that.
Yeah, a lot of questions. It's certainly a lot of money, $44 billion US dollars. Thank you very much indeed for bringing us all the latest there from Los Angeles, our correspondent, Louis Piela.
Imbalang leyo ke mbiko wa Elon Musk lesekungena ke athenge lo Twitter. Bathi ke una over 80 million followers kule platform yaka Twitter. Ngifundzela mbiko lo manje akakathengeli kwakha imali but nje ufuna kube i-platform yokudebate. He believes in free speech.
Usho njalo vele ukuthi ufuna kushintshe le content yakhe Twitter lokuthi nalokuthi nje kunciphise ke lama fake accounts. Akusekho nje ukuthi vele nje lokuthi nje unale mali so vanga ukuthi I can buy Twitter.
Manje ngoba ngikhumbula President Trump bamqosha la ka Twitter. Ngabe damletha yini?
Yeah, mhlawumbe zatayibuketa because mhlawumbe kuba kuniketa isikhathi ukuthi baqosha isikhathi esinganani, so perhaps mhlawumbe tawuphindze ibukete indzaba yakhe. So according to Forbes magazine, he's the world's richest man. Kulena imali lengayemuva lomuva.
Ngibona indlela ngiyo ngathi ubabli man. Bathi kude la kahlala khona.
Into bambita ngehobo ngoba bathi uphila lempilo ukuthi ulale banganini, mase hotel bathi ude indlu yakhe nje vele lethiwa nayike indlu ya Elon Musk. I think you're free spirited, like to tell I'm just living. Yabo ngakho imali.
Ngabona ukuthi impilo yini. Ngasibantu abanemali banema bodyguard.
All right, sibukele sitiphethe lapha ke tindzaba tethu leti biya ngaphandle kwakuleli asibahlelete mangethe nasibuya sitawubuya ne traffic update.
Are you a poet or handcraft artist and you want to be part of the show Dandla Nengondo? Are you ready to showcase your craft to the world? Then what are you waiting for? Be part of the show by sending us a 30-second video of your craft on our Instagram page, Danda Nengonjo.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. You know the vibes, it's the beat down. The time is 8 p.m. It's time for you to relax. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the music videos that I got for you.
Moving no direction, like it's a calling. When alive in the middle of nowhere, shake the ground and burn the air. So yeah, you don't have to hold back for anything or anyone. Just own this.
Tena malangan chocolate. No to man chicho nang sagla talaga busha nang love bongos. Sa pag na chendira. Temne tumane ati. Lokho ifithethiki kokusebenzisa utakhonza uphila ubeke singwa etafuleni. Mina sengimelele umngane wami bese sihamba sophanda.
Shemo mchacho maye mahle ebonile.
Ngafuna ukuthi le project ingawa. Ngikhona nami ngoba angisiwe umuntu othandza ukuthi info ingafa ngikhona. Isine life nesiyakiyo umuntu ngangemuntu. Kuyafuna at least abe nawo 3 skills in life. Mina ngibonga kakhulu ngoba solo ngatsala kusebenza lo msebenzi abadinga ngisupport labantu.
Another time we'll be able to get her, but to you, Smanga, you are the senior amongst all the swimmers that left for this competition in Zambia.
I do the most. Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store. We're good together.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Hello, friends. My name is Pookie Panda. Welcome to Season 2, which is packed with lots of fun. We will bake, learn, sing, and make lots of creative things with paper and dough. Join me every week as we go on an adventure to different places. See you soon, my little friends.
Masata mahle sekusele nje imizuzu lesihlanu kuphela ukuthi ushaya insimbi yesikhombisa kanti lesikhathi sidabuka wona umbiko wemgwaqo traffic update kanti kuleli viki kuna constable Ndombenhle fakuthi asekuvusele mdolo kumbe nawasichazela nje simo ukuthi ngabe sime kanjani lomhle emgwaqweni njengoba kungilesibili nje bamvusa babuyela emisebenzini.
Ngikuvusele Thombeni ngivusele naye umbukeli wesakado. Singumbutho wembube sesende njalo nanamuhla saphuma live lonke la Kangwane ubukela sona size ukuthi singaphepha kanjani sisawusebenzisa umgwaqo. Bese kubonileke ngeke kushelela kwemgwaqo etindzaweni letinengi ikakhulukazi nje emhlangano umgwaqo uyashelela kakhulu lokufaka ekhathi lo nelitiyela nalo lode sithi nje kutotonke etindzawo la khona umgwaqo ushelela khona sive senkosi asishayele ngalokukhulu ukuqophelela silimisise kakhulu litubane kuze kuthi siphephe. Lokunye ke lokukhona ngito tinkhungu etindzaweni letiphakeme ikakhulukazi lapha eMankayane ngeke abashayele ngalokukhulu ucophelela malangeni amahle. Emadolobha eliveke ahloliwe omane 13 tifundza delivela kangwane tihloliwe bese kutholile ke ngilo dolobha lelikhulu laseMbabane la khona tibane temgwaco letilaphakatiya ngasesibhedlela nalapha ngakachumane noma ke lapha eceleni kwemakethe atisebenzi nje lo fike kuqala kuto leto tibane temgwaco akahambe kuqala kuze kuye ukuthi wonke umuntu losebenzisa wona umgwaco aphephe. Umgwaco lo mnyale siuhlolile umgwaco losuka khona eNgwenya ude khona ubheke khona kaManzini lapha kuMaduma naseNgoyoyo umgwaco solo uncitsisiwe lapho solo kusebenza munye umvila sisinje asinakeni nakhona lapho. Malagwane naye simhlolile lo kukhona nje kumalagwane ushelela kwawo umgwaco ngale kwaloko kude lokunye lesingathi kusisinyabeto lesikhulu lesingamphazamisa umshayeli asawusebenzisa amalagwane. Idolobha la kuMathapha nalo lihloliwe malangeni lamahle kulandzela kona phela kwekuthi kwakhiwa lokukhona lapha kuyo i-traffic circle le singathandza kwatisa yena umbukeli kulosuku lanamuhla kungaba ngiko nje kwekuthi nawungenela umgwaco usuka kuyo i-traffic circle ubheka kaManzini noma ke nawufuna kuya kuyo on rampa ubheka khona kaManzini umgwaco lapho uvaliwe. Lokusho ukuthi nangabe nje kuba khona u-traffic circle ubheka khona kaManzini ufuna ukuthi usebenzise lenye indlela noma ke uhambe uyawujika khona e-university kuze ukuthi ukhone kufika. Nangabe ke ukhona kwekuthi ungayigwema kanjani kuyisebenzisa le traffic circle siyanxusa kubo labasebenzisa umgwaco ukuthi abende njalo kwatise phela simotolo sigcine setimyetelana kakhulu khona lapho. Lomunye ke umgwaco lesiuhlolile umgwaco losuka khona eMhlabovu ubheke khona eBhunya. Lo mgwaco loyo malangeni lamahle siyanaka unemigodi lemikhulu kakhulu bekwenta timotolo kwekuthi na ingene kuleyo pothole ukhanze kwekuthi leto timotolo setigcine setilimalelwa ngewo emathayi sithi nje abanciphise kakhulu litubane basashayela kuwo lo mgwaco kuze ukuthi baphephe. Ngale kwaloko Thombeni naye umbukeli ngaba nje usho esiveni seMaswati ukuthi imigwaco iyahambeka ngaphandle nje kwaleti nyabeto lesengifisito ngaba nje kusela yena umbukeli usuku loluhle naloluphephile basetawusebenzisa yona imigwaco yelive.
Sibonga kakhulu bongosi lapha ku Constable Ndombenhle lebeka sikhathi ke asiniketa ke simo sekusesinjani unjani imigwaco level eSwatini namhlanje njoba belina nje cishe la edolobheni kulamanye amadolobha aseThemba kuthenini bashali bayacaphika kudla kumalagwane sisihamba uyekhanze sinalinayinile nje vele ingoti iyavama lokuba khona.
Iyavama yes ukhulumile nje ngako lokho Constable wathi bashayele ngecophelela njengoba vedile ukuthi umgwaco uyashelela njengoba belina sethemba ukuthi bashayeli batowenda kanjalo sibohlela imakethe sisabene tindzaba tetfu tensimbi esikhombisa.
Sehlelweni lethi lithini libandla siyambonga uNkulunkulu uhlelo lize libuyile emoyeni.
Basically ngingathi nje empeleni yabona uNkulunkulu nakadala umhlaba including bantu
leti khathi leti tethenjisiwe mofundzi incwadi yaJohn chapter 16 verse number 33.
The way the gospel has been portrayed nayiletshwa la kubantu yabo yende ukuthi abantu babe offended.
Sikholwa futhi ukuthi sidaphinde siba nabo evikini lelitako sikhulumisa yona le ndzaba lesikhuluma ngayo emsakatweni wakho Eswatini TV sibuko seMaswati.
With the change in technology, out-of-home digital media is designed to grab the attention of people who are always on the go. You can now watch your favorite show, Kusile Breakfast Show and Tindzaba at 7 on your favorite YouTube channel.
It's simple. You can stream these shows by following these quick, easy steps. Number 1, open YouTube. Number 2, search for Eswatini TV and click on Eswatini TV. Number 3, After you had entered on Eswatini TV, look for Tindzaba or KPS. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell button to get notifications of our video uploads and streams. And lastly, enjoy the stream. Stay home and watch Eswatini TV. Stay safe.
Asibenzele sinimukele ehlelweni Kusile Breakfast Show sivusele nawe lo sanza kusivulela kulesikhathi sitangena 1978 futhi sibili talihlelo. Umfundisi wetempilo enhlanganweni yetempilo yakamhlabuhlangene Dr. Kevin Makatsange uthi njengaloku sekucala ubusika kube ukuthi lichubeke nokukhula inombolo tebantfu labatholakala nemkhuhlane COVID-19. Dr. Makatsange ucele eMaswati ukuthi awagcine yonke imigomo yokulwa nalomkhuhlane.
Tikhomba kukhula tinombolo tebantu abatfolakala nemkhuhlane COVID-19 kulamala. Umfundisi wetempilo enhlanganweni yakamhlabuhlangene yetempilo Dr. Kevin Makatsange uthi njengaloku kusonzela busika abantu batawubanjwa imikhuhlane ngalokunjalo nalabatawutfolakala neCOVID-19 nabo batawuba banyenti. Kulamanye emave sekunekwesaba ukuthi sekungenteka lo mkhuhlane acubukwe kwesihlanu.
Let's anticipate actually a rise in cases as we are heading towards winter. But we still need to actually adhere to the personal measures that are proven to work. If you actually where there is high risk of transmission, you make sure that you wear your mask properly, you wash your hands, you also social distance. Those things, they are still important. And on top of that, also the issue of vaccination is still very, very important. Because as we might see that the COVID, yes, the cases are coming, but they are becoming a bit milder as compared to when we started with the first wave, the second wave, and the third wave. But still, you never know. You might get the COVID, and you might be the only person who gets the severe disease, and then end up getting complications. So let's continue to be vigilant. Let's continue to actually protect ourselves, even as we are heading towards winter. My message is that as we are heading towards winter, let's continue to protect ourselves. No one is safe until everyone is safe. No one is safe until COVID is no longer circulating. As long as it's circulating, we need to maintain actually that high level of vigilance and protect ourselves. And the most important thing is we need to get vaccinated so that even if we get the COVID, we'll get milder disease and then it won't actually end up with complications.
Kusukela ngemsombuluko evikini eliphelile kuthi ngumsombuluko kuleli viki ibabe elikhulu ne-12 bantu labatfolakele banomkhuhlane kuleli bese babili bashiya emhlabeni basithupha labalashelwa wona Tindzabeni Eswatini TV ubika Fortune Dlangamandla nginambonga Dube sisembabane.
Angetulu kwa 350 bantfu labanamaleleveva lapha eveni kanti liningi labo ngeMaswati. Lokuvakale ngemfufukisi wetempilo losebenta ehlangothini lolubuke tindzaba talesifo Kusile enhlengethwa lothi kube kuya ngabo ungabe letinombolo tiphansi kakhulu kunaloko. Enhlengethwa uthi njengobe itolo umngemsombuluko umhlaba ugubha lusuku lokukhulumisa tindzaba talesifo uhlangothi lwabo lubuke kucinisa tinhlelo tekuqinisekisa ukuthi lesifo siyaphela lapha eveni eminyakeni lotako.
Njengobe namuhla kungumsombuluko umhlaba ugubha lusuku lapho kubukwa khona tindzaba tamalaleveva livele Eswatini lithi lisetawubuka ukuthi yini lelingayishintsha kugucula simo salesifo lapha eveni. Lokhu kuvakele ngagabisile enhlengethwa longumfundisi wetempilo ehlangothini lolubuke tindzaba talesifo lapha eveni lothi tinombolo tebantfu labanalo malaleveva tikhomba kuba setulu kunalokubhekekile.
Live la kangwane solo lisekuwo umgomo wekuthi lincobe malaleveva ngeminyaka wa 2023 so sisese kuwo nje umgomo siyagijima sithokophele khona ukuthi kube nga 2023 kube sekude umvulo oguliswa ngemalaleveva even kodwa-ke tinombolo tefu tebantfu labanamalale veva bang 292 laba ma-local cases na 103 laba ma-imported cases.
Nhlengethwa uyaveta ukuthi yini live leselikufezile etindzabeni talesifo.
Imitholampilo yonke yalakangwane iyakhona kumtesta iphindze imelaphe emalale veva noma ungaya kumuphi umtholampilo lokhu bafike bakwende, and then bantfu ke labagulise ngumalale veva siyabalandzelela bonke, sibalandzelele emakhaya labakhona khona, siphindze sibahlole nasemimangweni labahlala khona ukuthi banayo yini malale veva. Lokunye ukuthi kufutha kwetfu cishe kuyenyuka kule minyaka, kuya ngekwenyuka sesicishe nje sitifutha tonke tindzawo letinayo emalale veva, and nebantfu ke bayasibambisa emangweni bayavuma ukuthi sibafuthele.
Kulolu suku lwanamuhla mhlabuhlangene uthi emave akaphangise indzaba yekusebenzisa tebuchwephesha kucedza sifo samalale veva. Tindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Themkosi Mavimbela nginambongwa Dube sisembabane.
Inkampani yalapha eveni leyenda imisebenti yabokhongolo lebitwa ngekuthi Infracast seyiniketwe umsebenzi ithenda letawubita imali lengetulu ka 1.6 million emalangeni. Umsebenzi welona wekufaka abokhongolo kujantshi wesitimela. Inkampani yalapha eveni ishaye phansi inkampani yaseveni leNingizimu Afrika nayo lebeyifuna lo msebenzi.
Inkampani yalapha eveni i-Infracast leyenda imisebenzi yabokhongolo seyithole lithuba lelikhulu lebhizinisi lapho lithole umsebenzi lotawubita imali lengetulu kwa 1.6 million emalangeni. Lo msebenzi lona wekwakha abokhongolo labasebenziswa kujantshi wesitimela concrete sleepers. Njengobe lo msebenzi uhambisana nabojantshi, lethenda yekwenda ikhishwe inkampani yabo loliwe yeSwatini Railways ngenkampani yahulumende lelawula kutsengiswa noma ke kutsenga kwempahla yembuso yeSwatini Public Procurement Regulatory Authority. I-Infracast beyichudzelene netinkampani letahlukene letifaka ekhatsi leyo yaseveni leNingizimu Afrika lebitwa ngekuthi yi-Colossal Concrete Products. Le nkampani lena yaseveni labomakhelwane beyithi ingenda lo msebenzi lona ngemali lengetulu kwa 2.4 million wemalangeni. I-Infracast ihambe embili nga 79.6% ekukhankaseleni lo msebenzi kanzi ilandzele ngule nkampani yaseveni labomakhelwane nga 75.68%. Njengobe lokuchudzelana sekukulesigaba lesi, tinkampani letifise kuphikisa lesinqumo sekuthi lo msebenzi uniketwe i-Infracast tinemalanga lalishumi kutsi tiphikise. Lamanye ematfuba ebhizinisi lavulekile latawuvaleka kuleli viki afaka ekhatsi kwakhiwa kwendzawo yekukala umthwalo lowetfwelwe titimela eMbaka, kanzi namuhla kungumsombuluko lilanga lekugcina lekufaka ticelo tekwenta lona msebenzi. Lomunye umsebenzi wekutsengisela inkampani yahulumende yetekulima i-National Maize Corporation tintfo tekulima farming implements. Kufaka ticelo taloku kuvalwa ngalesitsatfu mhla tingemashumi 27, kanzi ngalesine kutawuvalwa ticelo tetinkampani letifuna kutsengisela iNature timoto. Tindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Themkosi Mavimbela titfombe ngumbongwa Dube eMbabane.
Kwendeke inhlekelele yengoti enhlambeni emgwaqweni lomkhulu iyithi abantu highway. Lengoti lefaka ekhatsi itimotolo letintsatfu lebekungema Honda Fit lamabili kanye ne-Mercedes Viano. Timbili taletimoto tisheta ngconca kwathi yinye yalimala ngembili. Lahlanganiswa lombiko bese kushone bantfu lababili kule ngoti.
Labanye bantfu basenhlambeni basele bashwaphene lugogo kulandzela ukuthi kube nengoti leyendekako ngemsombuluko emini yasekuseni. Takhamuti letibone lengoti yendeka noko letingakafisi kuvela kumabonakudze titsi tibone imoto yehlobo lwe-Honda Fit izama kungena enhlambeni ichamuka ngaseNgwane Park. Itsite isangena kwachamuka i-Mercedes Benz Viano yazama kuyenca isangena ngasekudla kanzi ngulapho titawusethi shayisana khona yachubeka yona leviyano yayoshayisa lenye iHonda Fit lebeyichamuka ngasenhlangano. Lokube sekuyendeka lapho ukuthi kusuke lilangabi kwaba khona labakhishwa sive etimotweni labanye balimala. Umxhumanisi wesive nemaphoyisa Superintendent Pindile Vilakati uyachaza ngale ngoti.
iHonda Fit ke benebantu labane ekhathi lokufaka ekhathi somshayeli kani kuMercedes bekungumshayeli yedvana. Kule Honda Fit ke bamixwe esibhedlela bobane labo bantu lababili babo bafike ba confirm udokotela ukuthi bashile emhlabeni lokufaka ekhathi nomshayeli kani ke umshayeli weMercedes usalashwa siyathemba ukuthi utoba ngcono. Sachubeka ke nalo liphenyo kubona ukuthi ngabe ingoti ibangwe yini.
Nakuhlanganiswa lo mbiko beticima mlilo bese batisusile etimoto emgacweni bathele nemhlabathi kuvikela ukuthi kungasheleli kudaleke letinye tingoti njengobe kuchitheke oyili ekhatsi emgacweni. Tindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Themkosima Vimbela ngambonga Dube enhlambeni.
Libandla lemakatolika liyachubeka nakulomnyaka ngemkhankaso walo wokubhadalela abantwana besikolo labangenayo imali yesikolo. Umxhumanisi wesive kanye nalelibandla umfundisi Ncamiso Shabangu uthi esikhatsini lesinyenti kusidakala abantwana labengcako ekhulwini.
Libandla lemakatoliki kuleli iRoman Catholic Church ngalesibili litawucala kuhlunga abantwana besikolo labahlubulile labatawutfola usito lekubhadalela imali yekufundza. Lokhuluma lelibandla umfundisi Ncamiso Vilakati uthi labantwana batawubhadalelwa lihhovisi lembishop walelibandla lapho lisuke litfola imali enhlanganweni yalelibandla iParish Characters. Labo labatawutfola usito lemali batawuhlungwa ngemagasha lelibandla lalishumi nesikhombisa velonke.
Kungenteka engcenye utawuthi umbishop athi asithole 10 webantu eparishini. Lokusho ukuthi kungenteka ngiyabekisa lapho ukhale ukuthi bataba ngu10 lokusho ukuthi bangaba ngu170 bantwana labatfolakalako lesibasitako. Noma futhi siyayithi reach out to the deaf community nabo futhi kungenteka ukuthi sibathole nalapho asathi le nombolo kanyalo ukuthi imali ibhasari ngumbishop usita abantwana. Lama interviews akentiwa nje ukuthi wena uta ehhovisi kaManzini kodwa iParish noma imission njengasi nje eGood Shepherd sine sitawusebenzisa ukuthi siye la emakhaya sibabone labo bantwana laba ngaba maybe 10 noma 11 kutawu depend ukuthi unaba labantwana lesibabona ukuthi ne kulesigodi sethu kwekuthi bangathola le basari embishop. Lama healthcare or labalabada le home based care yethu batasitshela lesimo kwekuthi yathi kulomntwana lo lesifuna kumsida yemfundisi akudzingeki just le mali yasesikolweni nje kuphela kutawudzingeka nemasuphu ekwekuthi badle labantwana nakabuya esikolweni or something. So ke kungako singasho ukuthi yathi angeke sibe precise lokuthi kulona kutaba 100% kulabanye kungaba ngu60% kulabanye kube 70%. So kulabanye futhi kube ngu100% depending on the situation lesitholile lapho kulama home based care visitors ethu. The process lesithi sifuna kuyenda nayithethe 2 weeks utaba amtse kakhulu.
Lo mfundzati utawutfola nabafunzi labangasiwe emalunga alelibandla lemedama yalelibandla lemakatoliki ukuthi wonke umntwana afinyelele emfundweni ihambisana ncamashi leligoli lesine lentutfuko lokhonsako lelithi wonke emhlabeni akatfola imfundo lengiyo. Tindzabeni teSwatini TV kubika Fortune Dlangamandla ngisembabane.
Sihlalo wesakhiwo selidamu Themba Nyawo indzawo yaseSinyamandulo ngaphansi kwenkundla yaselibulini uthi kwakhiwa kwelidamu kulendzawo kuyintfo lebeyikade basolo bayilangadelela njengoba imfuyo yabo beyite lapho engathola khona imandi yekunatha kanti nengcenye yesive kulendzawo yawasokolela imandi yekudla. Themba Nyawo kuvetele kungesikhathi yakhulumisana newetindzaba lomsakato.
Esinyamandulo ngaphansi kwenkundla yaselibulini sihlalo wesakhiwo selidamu Themba Nyawo ubonga uhulumende ngekubakhela lidamu kulendzawo. Nyawo uthi indzawo yaseSinyamandulwa yindzawo leweswele emanti kuba khona kwelidamu kutotfutfukisa lo mmango.
Kuye kubede lendzawo yokuthi tinatsaphi ngoba ngikhumbula nje lobe kunesomiso tinkomo betinatsa engovuma tinatsa emhlathodi seke manje sacela lokuthi mhlawumbe singathola leli damu sitawukhona lokuthi kumbe singaphumula ngoba le ndzawo yalapha inkulu lapha nje kusuka la sikhona khona kubheka le tinkomo tinathe engovuma kwedlule elibuleni la tinatha khona futhi lokunye le besikujabulela ngoba bathena mabale ngento ekaliphele kahle leli damu batawukhona nokuthi la ngentansi kwaleli damu basivulele sitokhona ukuthi iphilisa silime leto tingatsi.
Emkhosini webugano esigodlweni ebuhleni indlovukazi Mhlekazi yaveta ukuthi kuba nemadamu velonke kungasita kucedza indlala eveni njengoba eMaswati sekangabe anawo emanti ekulima. Umbiko uhlanganiswe ngithembelihle Magutshwa, Tithombe ngithemba Shabangu eSinyamandulwa. Kutemidlalo, mengameli wenhlangano lengamele umdlalo wesibhakela lapha eveni Webster Khele uthi ukuthola imendlela letisithupha kwelikhethelo lesive emidlalweni yema-Zone 4 ebebanjelwe eveni laseMozambique kuyinkomba ukuthi lo mdlalo sawuvele uphakamile. Lukhele uthi sekunetinhlelo labatawuticala kude ukuthi ilive licubeke nekutfola imendlela emidlalweni yangaphandle.
Inhlangano engamele kudlaliswa umdlalo wesibhakela lapha eveni yamikisa abadlali abayimfica ukuthi bangene imidlalo ema-Zone 4 ebebanjelwe eveni laseMozambique. Kule midlalo live lathola imidlalo letisithupha lapho khona letimbili delisiliva kanzi letine delithusi. Webster Khele longumengameli walenhlangano emidlalo wesibhakela lapha eveni uthi kucala kuthola imendlela kubadlali belikhetho lesive kuyinkomba ukuthi lo mdlalo uyathuthuka lapha eveni.
Lengingakusho nje ngiyajabula kakhulu iperformance yemabhoxer ethu lebeka eMozambique kakhulu badlale kahle nje impela because uma ubuka lokho sinamavele bezidlala nawo mavele bekavele adlala usho le covid ikhona ngalokuthi temnotho tabo tingcono badlala le boxing balandzela nama regulations ale covid. Ngisho nje ukuthi ngihalisa kakhulu lebakwendile eMozambique kakhulu ngiyalibona ke likusasa kakhulu ka boxing eSwatini lokho sesicalile ukuthi siphume singene etindzaweni le boxing ibiyele ebantwini lesifisile ke kwenda kakhulu because lokuhamba kwami ke eMozambique kunengi lapho kungivule khona nami ukhanza lamabox alamavila lagudi kakhulu mabox amakhulu angetulu but weight awashaya kancane nje uma ungabuka umdlalo wethu lebekadlala bengingathi udlala umuntu omdzala ngingayi but bekufike beseringini so uyamangala ukuthi sidlala cishe kakhulu. Lengingakusho ke le training nale diet kumbe lesiyisebenzisa kufanele sithole vele labona abanye labatasita ukuthi uwenda njani umtimba ukuthi ubukeke umkhulu noma ube nalama masela but weight yakho ingabe seyiba inkulu kakhulu. Kunengi nje lengufunzile khona le ekuhambeni ngiyacabanga ukuthi it was an advantage lokuhamba because bekunginengi lebengikubuka mina for the development of usibhakela eSwatini.
Kulabadlali Zolidlamini wathola imendlela yesiliva kanzi Thabiso Dlamini yena wathola lithusi. Labadlali ababili basemathubeni lamahle ukuthi bangenele imidlalo ema-Commonwealth Games alonyaka latawubanjelwe eveni laseNgilandi edolobheni leBirmingham. Lobikela umsakathi eSwatini TV kutemidlalo ngilinda Dlamini ana Fabrice Msonera imbabane.
Kusile live lendiya kuleli lophinza abe sibonza senhlangano yemidlalo we-chess lapha eveni Radha Vankantaraman uthi yina noma yahamba alishiya laseSwatini kepha utawuchubeka nekuhambisa embili tinhlelo letahlukahlukene letowenda ukuthi umdlalo we-chess uchubeke uthuthuke. Vankantaraman uthi utawuphinze ende isiqiniseko sokuthi budlelwano emkhathini wenhlangano yemidlalo we-chess yaseveni lase-India naleyo yalapha eSwatini buyachubeka.
Venkataraman loncusele live lendiya kuleli lophinze abe sibonza senhlangano yemidlalo we-chess lapha eveni udlale inzima lenkulu ekusiteni umdlalo we-chess ukuthi uthuthuke. Ekupheleni kwalenyanga kubheke ukuthi alishiye leSwatini ayomelela live lakhe kulelinye live. Nkataraman uthi utawuchubeka ende konke lokusemandleni akhe ukuthi athuthukise umdlalo we-chess lapha eveni aphinze ende isiqiniseko sokuthi budlelwane emkhatsini wenhlangano ye-chess yakuleli kanye naleyo yasendiya buyachubeka.
But meanwhile, I will continue to stay in touch with them. I have already ensured that they have signed an MOU with the All India Chess Federation, who is going to continue, who is committed to help Eswatini Chess Federation to grow. And I, from India, in my personal role, will try to continue to stay in touch with them and help them in whatever way I can. And I wish them all the very best, and I wish the youth and the children of the country to learn and prosper and be one. Who knows, one day they can be also international chess masters. So that's my best wishes to them.
Nkataraman uphethe ngekubonga inhlangano yemidlalo we-chess yakuleli ngendlela letimisele ngayo emsebentini wayo wokuthuthukisa lo mdlalo. Tindzabeni Eswatini TV kubika Themkosi Mavimbela, umbiko uhlanganiswe nguFabrice Msonera eMbabane.
Aletote midlalo siyatiphetha tindzaba tethu tesibili asikhohleli temakethe nasibuya sitawuchubeka nehlelo kwanyalo sanishiya nesimo selitulo.
Kudla kwempilo, food for life. An agricultural program that shows how a farmer brings food to the nation.
Sine kudla kwayo letawuphindze kudle nasekufika isikhathi sebusika. Nalinile nje libele lana kuzone liyadwa imbela libele lahlanzeni. So lonke linale mvula le moderate yethu thine lahlanzeni.
Kudla kusemhlabathini, konke lesikudingako sitakuthola emhlabathini. Kudla kwempilo for agriculture and farming development on Eswatini TV with the farm boy Samgelo Vilagati Samvi. Kudla kwempilo, food for life. Tani malangin chocolate. Nang tuwan chicho nang sabla utang talaga busha nang love bongos.
Sa pag na chendira.
Go temne tumane ati.
Lokho ifithethe ukusebenzisa utakhonza uphila ubeke singwa etafuleni.
Ngina sengimelele umngane wami bese sihamba sophanda. Shemo mchacho maye mahle ebonile.
Ngafuna ukuthi le project ingawa ngikhona nami ngoba angisiwe umuntu othandza ukuthi info ingafa ngikhona. Kune life nesiyakiyo umuntu ngangemuntu kuyafuna at least abe nawo 3 ma skills in life.
Mina ngibonga kakhulu ngoba solo ngatsala kusebenza lo msebenzi abadinga ngikusupport labantu.
Your favorite music show is back. We're bringing you the hottest music videos and live studio interviews with your favorite celebrities. We're giving you a front row seat to the latest fashion trends as well as your weekend gig guide. Join us live on social media and call in to send in your shout-outs. Catch This Weekend Eswatini every Friday at 5:30 p.m. live on Eswatini TV.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. You know the vibes, it's the beat down. The time is 8 p.m. It's time for you to relax. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the music videos that I got for you.
Moving no direction, like it's a calling. And alive in the middle of nowhere. Shake the ground and burn the air. So yeah, yeah. You don't have to hold back for anything or anyone. Just on this.
why should we pay our TV license?
The content on our local television is actually more up to date. The industry is enhanced. It is a criminal offense not to pay your TV license and attracts a fine of 500 emalangeni or 6 months imprisonment.
And the industry is definitely blooming, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what we have for you, but we'll be right back just after the break and we'll give you more of Miss V. Pay my TV license. That's why I can enjoy the benefits of an enhanced industry and keep track with recent transformation.
Mommy, who pays for a TV license and what are they paying for?
The owners of TV set and gadget with a tuner like DVD set have to pay.
Pay your TV license at NetBank with the details provided on screen. Or use your cell phone via the mobile money pay. You could also visit your nearest post office and pay there. Pay your TV license via Eswatini Mobile Imali. Any TV device retailer can purchase a license to trade. Pay your TV license and enhance the industry.
Bose siyaqhubana lokho ehlelo namhla kuseni kungolwesibili lilanga lesi-116 soke emalanga la 249 uphela umnyaka lesethuling lesibili we-17 kulomnyaka wa 2022 siseveni ke lesi-17 ke futhi bonkosi lomuhla kungolomnyaka nje sifuna nje ukuthi kanzaba la leti phaselene netinzathelo uyakhumbula lokusilapha nje bengibukela iAl Jazeera idolo ebusuku kuvela lekuthenini kunenzathelo live lase France libekathe ibika kunakulo kwenteka lapha eUkraine letineke seyilimala linyatwa ke masosha akwathi kahle singase Russia noma ngase Ukraine manje lokukhunduzi ulimele kuphethe nomkhuhlane iCovid-19 tatsinza kade inzathele emhlabeni wonke jikelele lala eSwatini ke sikubonile kwenteka lokho bonke singi nami engamele ke wenhlangano yade inzathele namhla welcome Dlamini ngikuvusele ngomukele emengameni ehlele namhla ekseni
Sivusele Gule and thank you for having me.
Yeah. Isakhona nenhlangano mase kwasala wena nje lapha e-office
Inhlangano ikhona Gule the major challenge lesibenayo kulenza bayo iCovid ukuthi we couldn't meet for the past 2 years because of ngabe khona kwemihlangano nema regulations ay COVID, but we hope now that everything has been eased, then we'll be able to meet. But inhlangano ikhona, committee likhona.
Bathi butela bayina sichaza lenzaba kuseni sitabe sinawe president. But kahle kahle umsebenzi wale nhlangano yini?
Umsebenzi wenhlangano yasinaji kubukelela kahle i-welfare yetinzathelo basically. That's the basic one. And then to also look at capacity building issues at Inzatel. Kubukas maybe to facilitate training programs to encourage kufunza with Inzatel. Kusangabe khona leyo opportunity levelako they should take that up. And to also look at standards at Inzatel ukuthi they do not dwindle. Instead we maintain or upgrade our standards as journalists because we are also professionals. So professionals have to adhere to a particular set of conduct. And as journalists, we are also expected to uphold certain principles. So basically that's what we are about.
Bakhona abanye ngosile ukhanza kusenini babane kwesaba nje kwathiwa nje sise kwakhiwa inhlangano lapha sikwakhiwa inhlangano lapha bene kwesaba kusenini ukhanza ukuthi like usho ukuthi nibuke welfare nzathele so khanya sile inhlangano nema political activist nikhona njani as an association to ensure ukuthi you stick to your mandate despite my influences langaqhamuka outside there?
Yes, we are aware ukuthi vele there are those opportunists, so to say. But then we have a constitution that we go by. You know, we had challenges that's in the office in Sakano's constitution to say Ahlipika. No one knew where it was. When we asked the previous people who were in the office, now Basabasa had to go to the constitution. So we had to start from scratch, draw up a set of rules that we'll go by, and they do safeguard against issues of opportunists who would take advantage of the association and push their own agenda. We do meet individuals who do approach us to say, let's push this particular narrative. Then we do see through that. Yes, there are those opportunities, but we do prevent them from taking advantage of us.
Ngoba li office phela ngosi kufune liqhubeke kwanze lesinye isikhathi nginemlo ufuna hlale lapha e-office indaba yema subscriptions niya li committee niyayibuka yini ukuthi phela lamalunga akasubscribe kuba part of the association
wakhuluma ngemali etintsathelini so uthinzele indzawo basically itinsatheli atitsanzi khipha imali. I think it's not only with us, I think all other professions are faced with a similar challenge. Now khuluma nje usemanje akusubscribe but actually sihola kancane. Esinikela imali ndayendani, you know. So yes, nalokuthi ke abantu abayisaba ukuthi maybe batakhipha imali tabo and then they abuse. We do have that challenge. Sike sayihlala phansi sayikhulumisa nje ukuthi ngabe singenda njani vele. So we had last resorted ukuthi maybe we should go to every media house to try and find out ideas from our members ukuthi yini lesingakwenda kuze ukuthi naye phela le association khona kuba netimadlana kuze sikhona ukuthi sipushe lamanye alama plans ethu.
Exactly.
Yes.
Iyadzingeka nje vele manje ngevela niyidzingi nje umsebenzi wenu ukuthi probably naniva silapha kunekhala ni intervene probably niyidzingi le mali. What exactly do you want to do with the money?
Kubutela ngathi ngikhona imali kude especially because now ngathi ubithe umhlangano utinsathele nje today ungaba nenhlanhla nakafika 5 wale tinsathele. I'm sorry to say this, but journalists, they believe because in a meeting yawo there should be booze, then there should be food. You know, without booze and food, you will not get any journalists to that event. So I think with the money, not to say we'll buy booze with the money, but the subscriptions are for meetings like that one. Nasbabita, secure a good venue. That's the standards out. Secure a good venue, secure reasonable food for them, reasonable drinks for them, your soft drink, your sparkling water and stuff. So yes, we do need the money to run our activities and to call meetings. Yes.
Kathi ngiyamkhupha kunalomunye president le ngeshare Europe ke wake nasita kangene office wasathathelwa wathifaka indizamshini wahamba nade waya kulelinye live lelitsite ubathifakela nje landize nje ukuthi nikethe lo mqondo wakhe ukuthi ufuna kuhamba njani nalo hulumende wakhe in the next 5 years. Lokho bekunikete isithombe se respect. Ngiyafuna nje ngosikuva sesinesila Eswatini. Sisikule imihlangano uve i-comment ethi siyanifisana nini betindzaba but angathi malo msukele into akusho sarcastically noma usuke vele respect nifike nithi you are members of the first estate. Ngifuna ukuthola usinanibuka as an association. Tinza selti ti command I respect lengakanani ku society.
We should be top, but we are looked down upon. Now uva nje usiyafika bathi nabafana betinzawo naba mafana baka TV lo umita njengemfana cala lapho ukuthi so you looking down upon me. You know, thine there's nothing without us, my journalists. You can't ngoba simela ngisho nakafika sina icala event baphinde basethelele tukaloko. I'm sorry to say that. They do look down upon us, and it's not good. Nambo kulamanye mave tinsatheli are given the respect abayitsingawo. If you see nje kubo make an example of US, President wakhona has a gala every year where he meets with journalists. You know, it becomes a huge event. Do we see that here? No, we don't. Yes, we do have a forum breakfast meeting with the Prime Minister, but it's not at that level. We would get to mingle and talk off the record with the Prime Minister, with cabinet ministers, with your principal secretaries and other politicians. Until we get to that level, but
Okay.
But now buka, with everyone, before it does something, with it will be in the media, which means we are important. And the fact that we are the fourth estate tells you, because the fourth estate is derived from having your three arms of government, judiciary, legislature, and executive. And then there comes the fourth estate, which oversees all three, which means we are the major one of all three. So we are the fourth one.
Ngiyafuna ke lokuthola ngokuthi si liguquke kanjani leground to get that respect lokhuluma ngayo ngoba nginawo lokucabanga ukuthi probably basinababuka labantu labangale ngeshare bangaboni kufanele welcome ne respect yini lekufuneka kwendiweke ngala kule tinsatheli nangala ngemva kulabami lekusetshenziswa nabo to say we both respect each other.
I think we have to start taking ourselves seriously first.
Yeah.
As journalists, just necessarily seriously first, and then we will command the respect that we deserve. And with Kala, I think we have to ensure that our standards are high, starting from education, our qualification. It should not be anyone and everyone who can get into the newsroom and start writing news or start sitting in front of the camera. But it has to be someone who is qualified to do the job. You know, we have to be a professional in everything that we do, from kufunza to conducting ourselves. Akufuneki nje kuthiwe insatheli ibonakele tsakiwe kuphi kuphethe tshwala. Your 750 bottle. You know, which other professions would frown upon, because nangadibana minister nje mina ngiyabekisa or a politician aphethe ibhodlela la beer. That's a story for me emgwaqweni. But we journalists do that. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
We do find journalists drinking carelessly, which is something that has to stop.
And we're not saying they shouldn't.
No, we're not saying they shouldn't, but they should drink responsibly, like everybody else. Drink in the privacy of that establishment. We are adults anyway, so we're free to drink, but let's drink responsibly. Let's be respectable. Even during functions. We know some functions of alcohol.
Exactly.
We do our job there, and then maybe later, so we also about go offer that drink responsibly, engage responsibly. Ungabe by nuisance in that event, so that they take you seriously. Our dress code has to show we are professionals too, you know, in every event. No.
Yeah.
Always we should be presentable, so that we do command the respect. Even in terms of the writing, it has to uphold a particular standard, so that you see as a person, that person deserves respect. Respect is earned. You know, someone doesn't do you a favor by respecting you. You have to earn it.
Yeah. Kathi-ke bonkosi ngiyakhumbula ukuthi kunalenye nje inhlangano i-HWPL litinde lapha even la South Korea lecicela nje kuthula emhlabeni. Kukhona i-narrative lekhona out there. Ngiyakhumbula na Minister Foreign Affairs kwelese batamile kuyichaza ngosi. Ethenini there isn't that much of media freedom in this country. Tuneke silive you can't sibantu bakhuluma ngento bale ngaphandle. Simangale sibakhuluma ngani bathi nesilanga khathi kuleli set into siyadibona labanye baqhamuke bathi we are captured so bela kule profession isikhathi lesithi ngakhumbula ngeta grade 7 usibe ngwabona ama-articles wabhala edlamini linjani ground yini ekufanele sikwende ukuze sil improve la likhona khona kumanje
ngasinga comparisha emhlabeni. We are, I'd say, amongst those countries that enjoy a particular level of freedom of the press. Good delivery, I feel they enjoy freedom of the press 100%.
Yeah.
That would be insane. But then, from this level, they're acceptable, the freedom. And the freedom has to come with responsibility. Freedom, then you can do as you please. Longer even nemthetho yakhona.
Yeah.
If we look at lemthetho lesinayo thina they do allow, to a certain extent, our freedom as the media. We have a constitution that guarantees our freedom as the media. Yes, there are challenges.
True.
There are challenges. All along, besibona on the part of government trying to exert some particular control or some level of control on the media. But I think the scales have changed somehow. It's no longer state actors that infringe on our rights. It's now non-state actors and individuals. I think it's because of social media, particularly social media. Now, and given our situation, the current political situation, the unrest, our space has been cramped, so to say. Nyalo, you don't consider government as much with a government outside as a logo, or nyalo so consider the non-state actors and individuals. Social media trolls, where once you write something, they get on your case if they don't like what you've written. So the freedom is infringed upon journalists, not by state actors but by non-state actors. Hamba Facebook, see how the journalists are attacked. Go to Twitter, see how journalists are attacked. It's not only here in Eswatini, South Africa too.
Exactly.
The entire world, you have journalists being attacked on social media. So, like it's the new challenge is my readers, your social media trolls, who are now infringing on the freedom of the media, as opposed to what's in government. I think government this time now has been taken by surprise. Now it's been taken by surprise as journalists. Now you can no longer go to, because now everyone considers themselves to be journalists. Like a story, a post on Facebook, and no verification or nothing. And unfortunately, our readers, there's a term I like, let's say, gullible. You know, they are not non-suspecting. So whatever is presented to them, they take it as fact or as the real truth, without seeking to verify that. Yet, sinangala mainstream, you do try to balance things up. So then you're in trouble. So the freedom there, the freedom is no longer there. I think the theme Press Freedom Day, World Press Freedom Day, it's the journalism under digital siege. I think it fits like it's we are under that digital siege. Yes.
Ngiyakhumbula neliphinda ndinangulu besile tulo Matsanjeni, isetule Matsanjeni livete nje tinsaya letikhona even ethenini bantu abasakhoni ukukhuluma noma ukukhuluma umuntu angakuthanzi soyashiswa bakhuluma lokho sekuthiwa ngabe. I don't know how journalists should maneuver kule sikhathi lesi ngosi ethenini, because utahamba uyobhala bhala indzaba letside ngoba kunebami labangayithanzi lenzaba leyo sekufune uhambe uyo-attackwa. We've seen labanye ukwenze ukuthi bafihla buso bafunje kubonakala si ngilinguthini lo hambe wayo-attenda nayenzaba naye ngoba ngisaba ukuthi ngiyafika e-Air Force ngikanze sengithe into. I don't know how journalists should maneuver kule simo lesi, because the Deputy Prime Minister was saying angeke siyekele ukukhuluma noma kusebenta ukuthi ngilawe saba kuthini. At the end of the day ufuna ngisebenze because I am here to serve. I don't know, what's your take on that one?
It's quite tough. It's quite tough to maneuver kule spaceless. But yes, we have to work. We have to uphold our standards. We have to hold our heads up high. Since no matter the attacks that we encounter, but we'll keep on doing our job. Kumatima, Mr. Kule. Me personally, I'm a victim of that. I've had threats over my life, my family, you know, because of what I write and because of the company that I work for. You know, we've been receiving all sorts of threats. We even had one incident where khona kwashiswa imoto engapani. So you can see lokuthi kumatima, but then ngebe sesihlala sithi no, we have to wake up every day and try and push work no matter the situation.
As the president, if nambe bekungathiwa there's a rare opportunity ekuthenini manje ensabeni okuna leli jali la khuluma nasi lona nalitawu ensabeni likhulu bese liyafa kuthi manje ensabeni ngosi and speak to the nation ukwakhulumele ngemsebenzi wenu entinzathele nelansi ngakhona kubanjiswa khona sisive kulasikhathi lesikuso bongakhongosela uthini.
Tolerance of different opinions, different views, because everyone is seeking freedom of speech, freedom of association.
Yeah.
So leyo freedom isho ukuthi noma abavumelani nami but tolerate my opinion. Ungasangabe you don't agree, we agree with my opinion or my view, then soyangishisela or then soyang attack. Where's the freedom there? Because nama ngivumelani maybe nale yakho.
Okay.
So what should I do? So we should tolerate each other's differences. And until we do that, we'll never have peace. And until we do that, we'll never develop. Because for an idea to develop, it has to be critiqued.
Yeah.
So if you critique me, and then do self-introspection, and then see which areas I need to correct. So having different opinions is quite a positive. So don't look at different views as a negative on your part, but take it as a positive, because it then shows you the areas that you need to correct, the value that you need to see in your own ideas. And also look at your opposition to say, okay, my opposition behavior, so and these are the principles he adheres to. What can I steal from that? You know, King Sopuza manje tata lokuhle from the West akufake ngala eMaswatini. I think we should also do like that. With okay, lokuhle lokukhona ngale nguphi nguthathe ngufake ngala, as opposed to ridicule everything and anything. So mina kwami ngafike ngipreach tolerance. Kuthi let's tolerate each other no matter our differences. You know. Noma ngabe uvumelani nami, but look at what I'm saying and advise me.
Exactly.
Constructively, not destructively, because not distract and then how does that add value to society? You know. Yeah. Let's say that.
Because bekung president welcome Dlamini president wenhlangano yetinzathelo eSwatini sibuka nje kusebenza kwato event nekuthi ngabe ngikuphila sike ngabambisana khona singemaswati kuze kuthenini nanato sisebende kahle live lithuka ngoba iqiniso lenalo ngile ukuthi ngumakoti lona uyacola funeke na sacolile sesimbeke lapha esingabe sesiyamhlaba ke angahlatshwa asakhula. Welcome siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi bena sinamhla ekseni. Ngibone nje sesihamba ngibone very disturbing story in the Times. Mfana nithi una 15 but isone bantwana labangu4. It's a very disturbing story to read. Ngicabanga ukuthi sibone ihhovisi la DPM lisukuma lisukwenza abantu abana. I do hope nibamla kufune bayijelela.
Sesibuka khona ukuthi uthatha uyithini umhlonishwa wa DPM nemaphoyisa. I think it's up to them to investigate.
Exactly.
Journalists saying umsebenzi wawo to expose this wrongdoing, so to say. So then they should take it up and follow up with kwendekani. But from where I'm sitting, there's a lot that is wrong. If one 4 bantwana at 15, so selectelana ngakho anabo 10 years, then that says a lot. Says a lot.
Right, bengosisi sibahlola ke market sibuya ke sichubeke nalungelele namhla ekseni. If utsanza kuvula umsakato wakho, vula umsakato eThombe Eswatini TV sehlelweni Kusile breakfast show siyakwemukela lo mhla ekseni ngalosibili.
Are you a poet or handcraft artist and you want to be part of the show Dandla Nkondo? Are you ready to showcase your craft to the world? Then what are you waiting for? Be part of the show by sending us a 30-second video of your craft on our Instagram page, Tandla Nengonjo.
Hello everyone and welcome to the show. You know the vibes, it's the beat down. The time is 8 p.m. It's time for you to relax, sit back, relax, and enjoy the music videos that I got for you.
Moving no direction, like it's a calling. Been alive in the middle of nowhere. Shake the ground and burn the air. So yeah, you don't have to hold back for anything or anyone. Just on this. Welcome back mbukeli kusele imizuzu lesikhombisa kucisha insimbi esiphohlongo lomhla ekseni kanti sitaqhubeka naleto letamba embili kulamanye emave sitaqala kukhona eveni lase Ukraine lapho kubikwa khona ukuthi ama-US officials avakashele live lase Ukraine kuyobuka ukuthi ngabe simo sikanjani njengoba kumla ukuthi embiso liyaqhubeka eveni lase Ukraine kanye nelive lase Russia.
Orthodox Christians attend Easter services in Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. A day typically filled with joy is instead somber with unrelenting attacks from Russia. The country's president, Volodymyr Zelensky, had announced the visit to Kyiv by U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and gave a preview of what was to be discussed.
We will be discussing the list of weapons we need and the time frame for delivery. Let me stress once again, throughout this past week, signals, steps, terms, numbers. I'm talking about weapons supplied by the United States. Everything has improved, and we are grateful, and we are awaiting it very eagerly.
President Zelensky again called for U.S. President Joe Biden to visit his embattled nation when the security situation improves.
America is clearly, the leader of free world, and of course we expect, three main things with our close ally and close partner, which is the United States. It's heavy weapons, it's sanctions on Russia, and of course financial aid.
Kravchuk added that heavy offensive weapons would help liberate besieged Ukrainian cities like Mariupol. There, residents lay to rest their relatives and neighbors. With no money for funerals, they carry bodies by hand and bury them in courtyards. Meanwhile, the Russian Defense Ministry on Sunday released video of an unspecified missile launch while a representative described what he called successful strikes from high-precision ground-based missiles. Russia continues calling its war a special military operation and denies targeting civilians. Drone footage from the city of Chernihiv tells a different story, with residential buildings destroyed. Cleanup efforts have been underway there since Russian soldiers left the city earlier this month. The believed initial purpose of the Kremlin's invasion, the capture of Ukraine's capital, seems stuck in the mud.
Kyiv is beyond their means. They simply can't seize Kyiv. They can't replace the Zelensky government. I think they're still looking for opportunities to figure out what their goals are. They're sort of making it up as they go along. Putin is trying to assess what might be possible. He's looking for opportunities, and he'll grab the first good one available. Right now, there don't seem to be many good opportunities for Vladimir Putin.
Sunday, from a balcony in Vatican City, Pope Francis again called for peace in Ukraine, lamenting war on these, the holiest days for Christians. While in the safety of Moscow's Savior Cathedral, Russian President Vladimir Putin attended Mass. The Russian Orthodox Church conducted the service. Its head, Patriarch Kirill, has strongly backed the invasion of Ukraine. But in Kyiv, it was a different scene as worshippers at St. Michael's Golden Domed Monastery prayed for an end to war, with some worshippers claiming to have heard air raid sirens at the end of Mass. Arash Arabasadi, VOA News.
Indzaba ke yase Ukraine Russia indzaba nje lecishe itonge tindlu tetindzaba bongosi njengoba lumhla nje ukhona lomhlangano wa UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres na President welive leRussia Vladimir Putin labese ke uyasuka ke futhi uvakashela Kiev ayokhulumisana na President yakhona kusenene akukhulunyiswane kuyo le ndzaba lena indzaba nje lebhlungu khona la ngiyabona umuntu omzala sisasho le ukuthi yena ukhulelela namhla kasena lutho abantu abakhe bafile umkakhe ufile sebeseleda uthi lamasotsha kamkhanzela utawuvela la it's not going
la yes nami khona indzaba ngayibona yemphana lomncane lokhulele khona nje Ukraine but aphoceleleka ukuthi ahamba sale echubekela imfumvo yakhe kulelinye live yabo lokuthi vele timpilo talabamvu tithikamedeke kakhulu ngalomsimvo lochubekako madini
yes yeah kanti ke njengoba ngilesibi yathi sinangubuka manje ngiyakuthanza lo iponytail noma umsila ngithi akusinzini
akusinzi
okay
Ngokomane akusinzi akuvaka kanjalo ukuthi kukhona la enhloko
okay no yakho
Salesivaleli so 2 minutes before 8 o'clock simakhulu ukuthi nibe nathi lo mhla ekseni sithe mathemba nelisuku loluhle nalolu phephile nalolubusisekile nisale kahle
kuningi lesikhuluma ngako manje inondazi is on fire mbabane swalosi wanda is on fire Royal Leopard well they picked up points but timfo betingafuni ngathi tihamba kahle there's a lot to talk about ehlelweni kakhulu sidabe sikuphatheleke nawo ama highlights alawo ma game lesikhonile ukuthi sifinyelele kuwo at this time I'd like to welcome yena Linda Master Dlamini on the show because welcome to the show and I'm sure my loyal viewers as they are always loyal bakathile kufa ukuthi ngabe master usiphathelene namuhla
ngiyabonga phathizwe ngibonga lokungibukela ehlelweni lakho ngitithobo lokukhulu ngivusele wona ama loyal viewers lahlala loyal njalo but ba loyal nje baphinze bathanza kakhulu ibhola ngingako leli hlelo leli sibalethela ubona ngicaba ukuthi ngikhuluma ngikuthanga bathanza ibhola setiya ngamja wendoda
yeah master khuluma ngikuthanda ibhola yathi ukuthi sometimes ngiyengicabanga ukuthi the way I know you personally the way uthanda ibhola the way ngithathe ngayo ukuthi ngithanda ibhola today I spent almost the whole day playing football
yeah
dlala lina and all that so it's the
passion yaphathizwe lengicaba ukuthi asiko la mhlambe ukuthi sisemsebentini ngiletino lesiphila ngako discuss ibhola before le show sikhuluma nangenzaba ukuthi bodlala ibhola langa lonke sikhuluma ngama teams even local teams sikhuluma ukuthi isekeme kanjani sikhuluma ama strengths sikhuluma nama teams look possible ukuthi angawina ileague
yeah let's bring in the viewer master ukuthi naye le conversation yethu lebe sikhuluma ngayo because we always talking football masikhuluma na master ingagcini just ngale ngaphandle kwama camera and all that over the past weekend sabuke ama results ukuthi kulawo midlalo lebeyidlala kulemphela somfo ngabe idlale kanjani there were a lot of games master lebekadlala on Saturday cishe onke ama games ePremier League adlala on Saturday after Royal Leopard iphume ku CAF Confederations onke ama team akhona akudlala kanye
yes
so sekude ukuthi khona lo umile le imidlalo lengadlalwa big results master we're going to take a look more especially of those games lesite wona tithombe tawo and try ukuthi sisihlaba hlosi kuwo sibuke ukuthi kuhambe kanjani I'm trying to pick out lapha engiyibona iGreen Mamba surprisingly master Green Mamba we thought after ba win go their last game before this one so ba gain momentum next so yakhona kuqala uyathola winning combination but lose against Ineos
Phathizwe I think le inconsistency ku Green Mamba iyachubeka nekuba khona lengicaba ukuthi for tinyosi njoba ngasho emavikini laphelile baluza ema games ngathi I second round awudzingi kwaluza ema games I still remember le game eBuffalo nabakhala phasi bendeleka phasi